welcome back to another episode of Tea and Trauma. I am your host, Jabi. Today we are sipping on some soursop and moringa tea. This is my absolute favorite. Um, we got a tea sign provided by my friend Abby. Shout out to Abby. And we're about to get into it. So today's topic is no means no the first time. And no is a full sentence. Yeah. So let's get into it. So if you know me, I talk a lot. I've always talked a lot. My whole entire childhood, I've been a kid that, Cub, do you ever shut up? Cub, be quiet. You talk too much. I used to get it on my report cards. Great student, but talks too much. Great student, but interrupts class when talking. Okay, got it. But it wasn't until I became older that I discovered, even though I talked so much, I didn't have a voice of my own. I know that you're probably sitting there thinking like, how is that possible? If you talked all day, you obviously had a voice of your own. But what I mean is I didn't feel confident, I didn't feel comfortable, and I didn't feel capable of advocating for myself. There are so many moments that could have been prevented in my childhood that were negative moments if I just felt comfortable speaking up for myself, if I just felt comfortable saying no. But to those of you who have experienced any level of abuse as a child, you know that it's a very manipulative thing when you're being abused. You're told things like, you're going to get in trouble too. No one's going to believe you. Or then you're bribed with gifts or some other bullshit. Particularly when it's child on child interactions. And that's why I be telling y'all, get up in them fucking rooms on them holidays. Go see what them kids doing. I've always been the adult that go see what them kids doing because I know the things that kids could do. Because all that playing house shit, we ain't gonna make this episode about that, but maybe we'll have another episode about that. We gonna focus on the no and the importance of you feeling comfortable saying no. Because if you don't say no, there are things that can happen that you can never ever take back. If you don't say no and allow yourself to be assaulted, if you don't say no and allow your drunk ass boyfriend to drive your car and he crashes and wreck it, if you don't say no and you let that toxic ex who ain't never meant you no good take your child and something happens to your child, sometimes you gotta say no. And they gonna try to paint you like the villain. They gonna tell you wrong. Fuck all of that. Sometimes you gotta say no. All right, practice with me. No. Do you want it? No. Can you? No. You see that? Full sentence. Full sentence. I actually didn't really realize how much that this had been negatively affecting me in my life until I was like 13, 14 years old. That's when I started taking my auntie's kids like to the park, right? So my auntie has 4 kids. At the time, it was just 3 of them. And, you know, she was a single mom, working long hours, going to school, always trying to figure out whatever she had to do to take care of her kids. So there was quite a few periods of time where I was responsible for them once they came home from daycare, right? Okay, cool. So when I'm 13, they like 6, 4, and 3, right? Because Data and Nana like 2 years apart, and then Malik and Nana like a year apart. Okay, so we would be at the park, and that's when I realized I have to advocate for these kids. And anybody who knows me in real life know that I will tolerate a lot when it comes to how wrong I let people treat me. It's not fair. It's not cool. It's something I'm working on, but I let people get away with a lot when it comes to hurting me emotionally, spiritually, physically. Not physically. Ain't nobody put their hands on me. Financially, etc. Right? But when it comes to my kids, them kids, I don't play about them. So when we used to go to the park, I realized like, oh no, I have to say something. No, don't push him down that slide. No, he can't go play over there. No, absolutely fucking not. Because I'm responsible for them right now, and all they got out here is me. And I realized when I start advocating for them, I start thinking about all the moments I wish somebody was advocating for me. That I wish when I said the little things I said that a little bit more attention was paid to me so that I could feel comfortable saying the rest of the shit I wanted to say. I remember when I wanted to unalive myself and my grandma seen it and she said, what happened to your wrist? I said, a squirrel jumped on me at school. And she said, oh, my kid would have never got away with that one. Ever. And I just think about sometimes kids be wanting to tell you stuff. Sometimes people want to tell you stuff, and they'll give you just a little bit to see if you're interested, and to see if you're going to believe them. And if you show them that you're interested and you're going to believe them, they'll tell you more. But if you show, hey, I don't give a fuck, they're going to shut back down. They're going to just keep that locked door shut. And they're never going to tell you about this happened to me because I didn't say no. And I really would like somebody to help me get through this. Or I really would like somebody to help me say no next time. So I realized it with the park shit. One specific incident that really brought it to the fore of my mind was we at the park behind our neighborhood. It's a little hood park, people on the outside smoking, people on the inside with their kids doing whatever, right? But it's a good little park, slide, swings, whatever. The equipment ain't broke. We chilling. We right here by the house. And we were about to leave the park, and it was a fight. And I have my little cousin in my arm. He like 2. My little cousin who's like 3, my friend is walking with her. She got her in her arms. And then Dede is walking on the ground. And she started walking towards this fight with my little cousin in her arms. I said, we don't go towards fights. So I'm trying to actually tell her not to go too. Shawty said, I'm just about to watch for a minute. I still got Malik in his arm. I snatched Najee out her arm so fucking fast, so fucking quick. I'm like, absolutely not. My auntie's gonna kill me if I'm having these babies. I had both of them in my arms. I started walking away fast. Boom, boom, boom. I'm walking. We going towards the house. And we make it all the way to the house. No problems, no issues. We later discovered that during that fight, after the person lost, he came back and poked the boy with a sharp object. A lot. Imagine had my little cousins been over there to see that. Absolutely not. So after that instance, I realized that I was always going to advocate for them, no matter what, even if that meant standing up to their mom, even if that anybody, them kids, I did everything in my power to protect them from things that happened to me that I don't talk about. Like things I literally just started telling my therapist about last year. And I'm like, damn, I never said this shit out loud before. And I think the reason why I've just let certain things stay where they are, locked away, and not being shared with the world for so long is because, hey, it's been 20 years. I should 30 years almost. I should let it go. But I haven't let it go because I haven't healed from it. And then secondly, I have really, really bad trauma memory. So if it's really fucked up, if it's really hurtful, my brain's gonna delete it. I'm gonna forget about it. Until it gets triggered and I remember it again. So yeah, and then it's also just knowing that if I unlock it and start talking about it, I'm gonna get the why you ain't been saying nothing. And my thing is, that's why fucking victims don't come forward. That should not be the immediate response of why you ain't been saying nothing. Obviously, the person didn't feel comfortable saying nothing until they fucking saying it. Because once you feel comfortable saying something, that's when you're gonna say something, not a moment before. And because I would rather be fucking, I don't know, giving a fuck about, I would like people to be like, oh my God, why didn't you share that? What can we do about it? How can we support you? Those are the responses I would like to give. But I know good and fucking well I'm going to hear is, why you ain't been saying nothing? I'm just keep not saying nothing. My therapist knows a little. My sister knows a little. The rest going to die with me. That's where I'm at with it. But I will do everything in my power to make sure another child doesn't go through what I went through. Absolutely. And so after I started finding my voice with my little cousins, I then became a mother at 18. And I ain't never had a problem speaking up for that boy, ever. Doctors, teachers, whoever. I said what I said. And I've always, always, always believed anything my son told me. That's why it's extremely important that you teach your kids not to lie, especially to you. My grandma has always taught us, don't lie to me. I can't defend you if you lying. And I tell my son that because Deuce has always been a very honest kid, but now he's a teenager. And, teenagers just be lying about stupid ass shit. Like, if I told y'all the stupid shit he lied about, I'd be embarrassed to tell y'all. So I'm not even going to tell y'all. He just be lying about some dumb ass shit, okay? So I always told him, like, if you tell me I got into a fight and you're telling me the boy hit you first, I'm gonna go into the school and say, oh, y'all let him put his hands on him. This is self-defense, da da da. And then they pull back the tapes and I see you hit him first. That's embarrassing. It's embarrassing. Now I think you a liar all the time. Now everybody else think you're a liar, etc. Don't fucking lie to me. So if you're young and you're watching this, don't lie to your parents, damn it. And if you're a parent watching this, make sure you strongly put that into your child and enforce that. Don't lie to me, because I'm here to defend you. I'm here to protect you. And liars get 2 whoopings. I don't care. That's it. All right, moving on. So when he was 3 years old, they he came home, we sitting there eating dinner, and I'll never forget, my baby looked at me, he said, yeah, Miss B pulled my hair like this. And he pulled that little hair all the way to his shoulder. I said, she did what? He repeated it. I said, oh, that's it for her. I went and typed up a nice 2-page letter that was like, remove him from her class immediately. I want her terminated immediately. That bitch is going down. Took the 2-page letter up there. I said, yeah, this will happen. What we about to do? She need to be out of here today. It's Tuesday. She need to be out of here today. Oh, well, first we need to check and see if it's accurate. Da, da, da. I said, my 3-year-old is not going to lie and say that woman pulled his hair. Number one. Number two, she is obsessed with his hair. She had made so many statements. He's 3 years old. She's like, yeah, you're going to get a haircut when you become a big boy. I said, dude, you're a big boy. Just because you don't have a haircut doesn't mean you're not a big boy. You're potty trained. You're smart. You're learning to read. And used to look that bitch in her face like, what the fuck is going on with you? Just way too obsessed with the hair. Like, if I do his hair, she'd like always rub it. I literally had to tell her, stop touching his hair. Okay, so the story that my 3-year-old tells me is that they were going into the classroom and she was real slick about it because she did it in a no camera zone. Like, you know how it's always that little one dark spot where the cameras overlap and just don't catch that triangle? Yeah, so they were going into the classroom. She was telling them all to be quiet. He was still talking, but as he made very clear, because Deuce has been talking clear as fuck his whole life, made it very clear, I wasn't the only one talking, and she pulled my hair, and I said, I'm going to tell my mama, and she said, tell your mama. Oh, and he did, bitch, and you're out of here. What was crazy was it was another little girl in his class who was 3 and brilliant, Kennedy. Kennedy corroborated his story and also declared that this lady had pulled his fucking hair when they were in line. So even though the cameras didn't catch it, ain't no way 2 3-year-olds know how to fucking make a story make sense like that. Oh yeah, so get her out of here. Okay, well, we're gonna get him out her room immediately. Just give us a couple days to get rid of her because we gotta replace the teacher. And I'm just going off. I'm like, I'm telling y'all right now, I'm gonna get y'all accreditation pool because they in the middle of getting Peach accredited. It is not an easy process to get Peach accredited. It takes like 2 years. They would have had to start all the way over if they would have got a damn a violation on the teacher. Yeah, they would have to start back over. Okay, don't do it. So on Thursday, I'll go to pick him up early because I want to ensure that they don't have him in her classroom. So they had put him in, I think they had put him in the upper 3-year-old room. So I go get him. He not over here. So I go to the back classroom. They're taking a nap. Guess who watching the kids while they napping? Miss V. I walk in there. I said, well, what the fuck you doing in here? Mind you, the babies are sleeping. I shouldn't cuss in front of babies, but they was sleeping. She said, huh? I said, you know you ain't supposed to be near my child. She said, yeah, I'm trying to figure out why. I said, oh, you know why? And you really about to find out why. I snatched my baby up off that cot when it cussed him out again. Why the fuck is he in her care? It was like, oh, they were sleeping. They just overlapped and the teacher didn't know who it. That should have been, everyone should have knew. Everyone should know that she shouldn't be around my child because if she do something else to him, I'm going to do something. Insert terroristic threat here. I'm going to do something. You don't want me to do nothing about that baby. Y'all don't. Anyways, the hoe got fired on that Friday. They let me have a talk with her. She sat there and denied it. I'm like, my kid ain't no liar. Yeah, they let me talk to her, and then she was fired. And then I went and got my baby, and I sat in the car, watched her walk to the bus stop, and watched her cry at the bus stop. Yeah, that's what you deserve. Because don't put your hands on nobody's kid. Buster. And I just think about all those moments that I put my foot down. I was like, no, get rid of her when I'm shutting this school down. No, she can't be in his presence. No, 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 no. Not about my baby. And the only reason I didn't take him out of school was because I had to go to work. And if she didn't get fired, he was gonna switch schools. Period. So put your damn foot down. Say no. I got a child right now that love him to death, but he shouldn't be here because I didn't say no. I didn't say no because I was tired of saying no, and I just feel like you're not listening no more any fucking ways. And just know this. I want y'all to start practicing no with people that you think love you, because you will discover so much about how a person truly feels about you when you tell them no. Whether it be just like a simple favor, like, no, I don't want to let you borrow my car, or no, I don't want to let you, loan you no money, or no, I don't want to have sex with you. You're gonna fucking discover who really fucking loves you when you start saying no. Say it for no reason at all. It's no reason in the world why they can't borrow your car. It's no reason in the world why they can't borrow that $20. Just say no to see how they really feel, because sometimes people only are around you because of the benefits that you give them, whether that be money, whether that be borrowing your car, whether that be sex, whether that mean a listening ear when they want to vent about all the other bullshit that the world did and they want to trauma dump on you. Tell them no. Just tell them no for no reason at all. In a healthy relationship, they're gonna accept that no. Oh, okay, that's cool. I understand. I'll go borrow somebody else's car. Oh, okay, you're not in the mood tonight. Okay, cool. Like, you want to cuddle and sit. They gonna respect you. But a person who don't respect you and is only around you to use you, they gonna have a big problem with you saying no. And I wish I had discovered that earlier in life, years ago. I wish I had discovered how powerful no is and how much no shows you who a person is. My life would be different. My life would be transformatively different had I just known the power of saying no. And it's not that you're testing the person, but sometimes you need to see where you stand with someone, because people are really good at masking who they are. People are really good at operating and walking around this bitch as an avatar, as a character that they truly aren't. And you don't realize it until you stop giving them everything that they ask for. And it really doesn't do you any good to always say yes any fucking ways. You're one person with 24 hours in a day. If you're always pouring into 100 cups, your cup is going to be empty, and those cups are barely getting any drops out of them anyways. Hello? Do yourself a favor and say no. It's a full sentence. It's a full fucking sentence. And if you're in a situation right now where you're scared to say no, I want you to find somebody around you that really loves you that's gonna fucking go say no for you. Yeah. Yeah, you can't say no to that man keep coming back. Tell your sister come over. And when he call your phone, let her answer. No, motherfucker, you can't come back over here. Your shit gonna be on the stoop. Period. Oh, you can't tell them no, they can't borrow no money no more? Call your big sister over there and let her text him back. Call your best friend over there and let her answer that call. I'm dead serious. If you can't say no, get somebody to do it for you. Because at that point, that person that keeps pushing your boundaries, that makes you feel uncomfortable saying no, they're going to be like, damn, now somebody else know what I'm doing to them, because now you done brought in a mediator. And if they got any fucking sense, they're going to realize this person can't even stand up to me. So either at that point they're gonna really start trying to fucking abuse you, or at that point they're gonna really fall back because they realize somebody knows and they don't want to be a part of it anymore, and they're gonna go find them a new victim. Or in the rare moments, they might realize that they're wrong and they might change their behavior. That's rare, but it could happen. So I want y'all to start saying no. I want y'all to start saying no about things that you want to say yes to, that you know just doesn't align with your overall purpose and doesn't align with your fucking time. Like, you can't say yes to every holiday party, every Friendsgiving, you can't say yes to everything. You can't. You're gonna burn yourself out. Oh my God, I would love to go, but no, I can't make it. That's it. That's all. And I don't care if you're not going somewhere else, or maybe you just want to lay in your fucking bed. That's your prerogative. Who's gonna stop you? You have free will. Use it and say fucking no. I'm telling y'all. I'm telling y'all. There's a person who was scared to say no for many years in my life, who felt like, if I say no, they're gonna leave. If I say no, they're gonna be upset. If I say no, they're gonna tell them, man, fuck all that. Say no. Say no. Say no today. I want you to say no about 3 things today for no reason. And don't give all them no's to your kids. I'm tired of that shit. Tired of y'all bitches out here telling your kids no all day, but you telling that man yes about everything. That's not cool to me. It's never gonna be cool to me. No, I can't take you to Chuck E. Cheese, but your new boyfriend over here renting out cars in your name, crashing them and shit. Your new boyfriend over here talking about, let me flip your income taxes. But you're saying no to your kids about Chuck E. Cheese in the park? Don't play with me. Say yes to your kids more and say no to that nigga more. Say yes to you more and say no to all the other shit more. Say yes to self-care and no to bullshit. Say yes to getting a nap and no to running the streets. Every time you say no, you're saying yes to something else. And sometimes that yes is just choosing peace. Sometimes that yes is just getting a moment to relax. Sometimes that yes is just keeping your $20 in your account. I have said yes to motherfuckers who wouldn't have dared say yes back to me. I remember my ex was still borrowing money from me. We were not together anymore. He was in a new relationship. He had someone else pregnant while I was pregnant. He was still borrowing money from me. And then I just remember I was like, I'm going to tell him no. And I didn't say no, I ain't got it, because that wasn't true. I just said no, I can't do it. And that shit was so relieving. It was so free. And I swear to you, within 7 days, he started treating me worse than he had been. Which lets me know you was only being nice to me because I was serving a purpose to you. And don't get me wrong, he used to be like, let me borrow 20, I'll give you 30 back on Friday. It wasn't even about that. It was about the principle of, you shouldn't be asking me for anything. I'm carrying your child and you aren't helping me with that, and you're in a new relationship and you got another baby on the way. Focus on your own shit and stay the fuck out of my pockets. The fuck? You need to be putting money in my pockets. How dare you borrow from me? Man enough to make 1 million kids, but ain't man enough to put $20 together? Ask your mom. What they said? Ask that bitch for some money. Anybody, ask anybody but me. I ain't call his mom a bitch. Because I was saying a line from Friday. Anyways, say no. Choose you. No is a full sentence. You don't gotta explain anything. And if someone's trying to make you explain, and if someone's trying to make you feel bad about saying no, that's all you need to know. Clock it. I hope y'all have a wonderful day. I hope you make some time for you. And I hope that you say no. Yeah. See y'all next time.